Everyone, in this video we are talking about that stack. It is a linear data structure. As you can see the structure, so it is a part of a linear data structure, and data structure having two different categories: linear data structure and non-linear data structure. So linear data structure having three different types: array, queue, and stack. So in this video we'll talk about the stack. Stack is a linear data structure where insertion and deletion always takes place from the top of the stack. You can see the definition. Linear data structure is arranged in a linear sequence. It can be traversed in a single run. In linear data structure, elements are assessed or placed in contiguous memory allocation. So here you can see here that the together in the sequence. Contiguous means one by one. Now we can define that stack. It is called as last in first out. Last in first out is called as short form is LIFO. So this is a LIFO collection, which means that the last thing we added is the first thing to be pulled out from the stack. A stack is a sequence of items that are accessible at only one end of the sequence, or in other words you can say stack is a collection of items where insertion and deletion always takes place from top of the stack. So whenever you insert any new element will always be inserted from the top position. Whenever you want to delete any element from the stack, that will always be deleted from the top of the stack. So whenever you insert that, the position of the top will be increased by 1, and whenever you delete from the stack, the position of the top will always be decreased by 1. So this is top plus 1 and top minus 1 in both the cases. You can see there are two examples. One is the bunch of books, another is a bunch of plates. If you want to insert any new book, if you want to add any new book, if you want to put any book, new book, you have to add at the top of the books, right? Again, if you want to add any new plate in the bunch of the plates, you have to add at the top of the position. And again, if you go, if you want to delete something, if you want to take any book from the stack, so that means whatever the book is at the top, that will be taken first. The same thing for the bunch of the plates. If you want to take any plates from the bunch of the plates, so that will be the last plate to be taken first. Now you have to see that what are the different operations will be performed on the stack. So basically there are two operations. One is push operation and one is pop operation. Push operation means here that you are inserting, if whenever the insertion takes place is called as push operation, and whenever the deletion takes place is called as pop operation. So any new element will be inserted that comes under the push operation, and any element will be deleted from the stack that comes under the pop operation. So as per the diagram, you can see that the last entry, so whenever you are inserting, that will be added at the last position, and whenever you are deleting any element, so that will be deleted from the last position always. Now see that there are three different terms, as we have discussed earlier, that what is push, what is pop, and what is top. Push, it is used to insert items in the stack. So whenever you are inserting, always you can say that you are doing the push operation. Pop, it is used to delete the items from the stack. So whenever you are deleting any item from the stack, always it is called as pop operation. Top, it represents the current location of the data in the stack. So whenever you are inserting any new element or deleting any new element, so always it will be based on the top position. You can see the first column here. There are three elements A, B and C, right? So C is at the top position, so you can say that this is the top position from where you have to add and from where you have to delete. Now In the next column, we are inserting the new element that is D. So we are pushing D here. So always it will be added at the top of the position. So that is C. After C it will come, right? Then if you want to push any new element, that E, so it will be added after this D. So here in the first table you can see there are three elements, so the position of the top is equal to 3. For the next table, the position of top will become +1, that is top is equal to top +1. So here the top is equal to 3, here top is equal to 3 plus 1, so fourth position of the top is equal to 4. Here again the top position will become top plus 1, that is 4 plus 1, here fifth position. Now we have to perform the pop operation here. So pop means you are removing the element from the top position here. So D is the top position, right? So he is the last position here. So whenever you delete, the top element will always be deleted here. So after deleting, A will become the new element. So here that A, B, C and D. So always the top of the element will be deleted. Again if you want to perform the pop operation, so this element will be deleted which is at the top position. So after deletion you will have three elements here, that A, B and C. So this is all about your push operation, pop operation and top. Now we see the algorithm. So first algorithm is for insertion. Insertion means that is push operation. Here you will have you can see that the steps here. The first step is just for initialization of the stack, right? So when you initialize, this is the value of initialization A, top, item and the max. Why this item and the max will be initialized? Because for example, if you are having this bucket and the bucket having the maximum capacity of 5, so whenever you are inserting, you have to check whether that capacity of the bucket is full or empty. If it is full, then we are not able to insert the new element. So if you go to the next step here, if top is equal to max, as I have said here that number of elements are 3, but if it is full, right, so it will check the maximum capacity. If it is full, then the stack will overflow and it will exit, so it will not add any new element. In other cases, top will be increased by +1, so your top is equal to top +1, right? And finally he can see here the number of elements are 3, right? We are pushing D here, so after pushing D, the number of elements will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. So then top is equal to top +1 and the position of at the top position that the element will be added here. So here the top is equal to item. This is all about your push operation. The next algorithm is deletion in the stack. This is called as pop operation. Now you have to see the initialization of the values here. So we'll see the top position and we'll see the number of elements in the stack here, and you have to check that if top is equal to 0, then the stack performs underflow operation and will exit and no deletion will possible. Why? If you see that the number of elements are here, that 1, 2, 3, 4, but if there is no any element, so how come we can delete the element from the stack? So first of all you have to see if elements are there in the stack, then only deletion is possible. So step number 2, you have to check the top is equal to 0. If it is 0, then deletion is not possible. After that, if elements are there, you have to check the top position. So always will delete the top of the element here. So here the top element is 15. After deleting the top element, you have to set the position of the top by -1 here. So item is equal to A top, then will stop there, and then you have to set the position of top by top -1 here. So here earlier it was 4, it will be top -1, then it will become 4 -1, this is 3. Again we'll remove the top element at 12. So after deleting 12, again we will set the position of the top, so it will become 3 -1, that is 2. And again after deleting the top elements, it will become 1. So 2 -1 will become 1 here, and then after deleting that, the last element, the stack will become empty. So this is all about your deletion operation from the stack. Now after performing the insertion and deletion, you have to just display the element. So the next algorithm is just for displaying the element here. So you have to initialize that value, that top I, then ai. If top is equal to 0, then print stack empty, because if no elements are there, then you have to just print it is empty. And the third step is for I is equal to top to 0. So finally you have to check the values from last to the the 0th position, and we will print all the values after the operations of the push and the pop. And finally, after printing all the values, it will exit. Now see the applications of the stack here. So first application is reversing the string. For example, you are inserting some elements in the stack. So for example, if you will stack CBS college, right? So first C will go, then B will go, then S will go, then the college COLLEGE. But if you want to reverse the string again, it will start from this college E, right? So then E, then G, then LLOC, like that. So simple application of the stack is reversing the string. So to reverse the string, the characters of the string are pushed onto the stack one by one. As the string is read from left to right, and once all the characters are added, then you have to come in the reverse order. So you can see the example here. To reverse the string, the value is that reverse the string is read from left to right, and its characters are posted in the stack. And finally you can read from the top of the position, that is E S R E V E R. This is the reversing the string. Then second is checking the validity of this expression containing the nested parenthesis. So always you have to check that validity for number of brackets, open, close, curly, whatever. So stack are always used to check whether a given arithmetic expressions containing nested parentheses is properly parenthesized. The program for checking the validity of an expression verifies that for each left parenthesis, braces have to be corresponding closing brackets, and then only it is appropriate. You can see in this table, if you are having that curly bracket open, then you must it should have a curly bracket closed, otherwise it will be invalid. Same thing, if you see that round bracket open, then round bracket closed. If you are having rectangle bracket open, then rectangle bracket closed. This is called as valid inputs. Then the third application is evaluating the arithmetic expressions. So basically these are the three different notations which are commonly used in stack applications: infix, prefix, and postfix. Infix, which is a general way of writing the arithmetic expressions. That means you can say operators and the operand. So operator here is in between A and B. For example, for this infix A plus B here. So A and B both are the operand. So and B plus is the operator. If the operator is in between the operand, is called as infix notation. Prefix notation, if the operator comes before the operand, then it is called as prefix notation. And postfix notation, if the operator comes after the operand, is called as postfix notation. So say third, you can see that A, B plus A and B both are the operand and B is the operator. Here in prefix, plus is the operator which comes first, and then A and B both are the operand. Now you can see that procedure here. We can convert from infix to postfix conversion. So 2 plus, then in the bracket 4 minus 1, then multiplication 3. This is the first step. If you want to convert into the postfix, first of all you have to we have to evaluate this bracket first, right? So in the bracket it is written 4 minus 1. So it will be evaluated first, and it is in the postfix notation. So 4, 1, and then minus here. So it will be converted like this here. Then there are three different components, 2, then this entire bracket part, and this 3, right? So it will be calculated separately here. So now After that you have to just multiply, so this multiplication part will happen for this, so this multiplication symbol will come in the last, and finally there is a addition of these two values, right? So this again addition will come in the last. So this is the final answer, that's 2 4 1 minus 3 multiplication and plus. So you can see that the entire process is shown here in this stack one by one. So this is example. One more example you can see here. The same example can be happen in the step by step, that the symbol, how, what is the action to be performed, then stack status, then the after the calculation, this is a postfix expression. So you can see that one by one here, that round bracket we are starting, right? Then we are checking that which action to be performed here, then what is the postfix expression. So finally you can see the answer will come after this push and pop operation. So this is all about here stack. Thank you.